My name is Robert Seng, and I am a chiropractor, a father of four, and I've been in practice for chiropractic for 15 years.
Who were you when we first started working together? Where were you in your life?
Mm, when we first started, I think we were, I was in a position of kind of being lost, and not understanding where to put my goals and where to actually achieve them. The other thing is where I was not able to be focused on completing certain tasks, and I was burnt out. I was not able to take care of my family or nor my work. There was a work balance imbalance, and I think that was the moment when we first started talking.
Okay. And what kind of pains were you feeling and what were you hoping to gain?
Well, the main pain was more of emotional pain and stress, family and work life imbalance, causing me to like kind of not able to um, manage it well. And that created a lot of the emotional stress, which I consider it more like a pain. And when I was able to um, identify the pains with you, I was able to actually visualize, okay, what do we need to do? And we started to strategize.
Awesome. And who are you now? And have you expanded and grown through this period of time?
Oh, yes. I have expanded and I have really seen myself as a really um, organized person in a way. Now, although I do work a little bit slower to get to that stage, I'm still in work in progress, but I've realized a few things that I have somebody that could keep me on track, and I have somebody that could bounce back ideas with me, and to really make changes, big changes to my work life and my work schedule, and also strategize my future growth. And where I am right now, I could feel that the growth is taking effect. I could feel that I'm more organized. My mind is more sharp. I'm not as bogged down. I feel like I was able to think very clearly and understand how to communicate clearly to my staff and to everything around me, basically. Yes.
Amazing. I want to talk a little bit about goals, right? Short-term goals and long-term goals coming into quarter four of this year. What are your quarter four goals for 2024? And what are some of your long-term goals for 2025?
Okay, so for my quarter goals is that I could really build up um, Chino, especially this location has been kind of not as focused as what I would want, not as organized. Now that I have a great team, I finally, through your guidance and kind of a few pointers and strategize, I think we are able to pretty much double our revenue, sales revenue by the end of this month. And that's only within a month. Probably by the end of this year, within a 3 month period, I'm looking to maybe even quadruple that. Um, by next year, hopefully we could be able to have another doctor come in because we're busy, okay, and then have a massage therapist and really run this clinic as it should.
What are three tangible results that came into your life through our time together?
I think one of the things is that I have somebody that I can talk to and bounce back ideas, and that actually understands my whole concept of my whole entire business operation. See, you came in, you stood there and sit there and observe all the patient flow, observe my staff interaction, observe my whole entire from front to the mid section to the back section, so you understand the whole situation. And then that's when you start giving me ideas and strategizing how do we fine tune it? How do we perfect this part, perfect that part, and then everything like little puzzle pieces, putting it together and forming that picture. Now I see the big picture. Now I see where I can be. I'm more in the management, understanding how to lead these people and understanding how to make sure that I am not um, sidetracked by a lot of things. And I think you did a really good job keeping me focused on that.
Thank you. I want to dive a little bit deeper into your scheduling. When we first met, your schedule was overwhelming, and you vocalized with me that that's something that's bringing you a lot of pain. How is your approach to your schedule now, and how are you scheduling your time inside and outside of your practice?
Well, basically, my schedule right now is a lot more in control. Okay, I used to be working from 9 to 6, and then sometimes even to 7:30 without even taking any breaks. Not even, let alone bathroom breaks, lunch break. I mean, I just grind through everything, thinking that, oh yeah, this is the way it should be. But in reality, you brought in another perspective that, I need to take some break for myself. I need to have some break time, make sure that I can be organized at delegating, because once I start delegating, I was able to free up my time to start doing a lot of more high ticket items where I can go out and approach to and get more business in that sense. So it's not really to tie me down on my work anymore, but more I'm able to pursue the things that actually bring more value, more worth, more income to the company without me being there.
Amazing. I'm happy to hear that. Kind of looking at our experience together, what did you enjoy most about this consulting experience and working with me?
I think the most uh, beneficial experience that I think I get is you understand. You really get what I really am looking for. Whether I want some time for my family, you can understand that point and then see it from my perspective. And I think you really put in that extra effort of caring for me and understanding, okay, yeah, we're gonna get you to that goal. How do we get there? And you make it step by step. So it's little increments. Although, I want it to be, sometimes I'm a little bit more slow because I'm more busy, but I know that we're making progress. We're taking baby steps. And then you always keep telling me baby step, baby step. And then that keeps me on track. That's I need that kind of constant reminder to propel me.
Good. Well, I'm glad I was able to do that for you. Now, are there any additional insights, perspective, or thoughts that you wanted to share or reflect on in this testimonial?
Okay, so Kevin, I want to say thank you. You've been a true friend and a really good person to help me and understand where I am and where I'm going. I share with you my dreams, my goals, and then sometimes even my frustration at times. Yeah. So then, but it seems like you always take the time to listen and analyze it and then repeat after, repeat and kind of rephrase it and then back to me and ask me, am I saying that is that correct? And I said yes. And then you understand it. Then you start giving me some feedback. But you know, you don't tell me, oh yeah, you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. I mean, I basically I know what the general idea is. You're not like that. You actually would say, hey, you know what about you looking at it from this solution from another perspective? Maybe this solution might be good, or maybe looking at it from the other direction, and seeing it from different perspective. I think it really helps me to be a more well-rounded person instead of just, I need to do this, I need to do that, and then really get myself stuck in a cog.